What goes into creating momentum? Like I think of the People's Market too. And like, that's
Yeah.
got some momentum and some community excitement around it.
Remember that Shel Silverstein book, The Missing Piece?
Yeah.
It's just this like little circle, but he had a wedge cut out of him. And he went around trying to look for a missing piece, and it didn't really fit. And then he just kept rolling downhill until he became smooth again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the thing about momentum is there are a lot of things that can stop it, right? So the wedge kept stopping it because it was too big. And then there was one that was too small, right? Kept falling out. So there's a lot of ways to stop momentum. Bureaucracy, white supremacy are ways that stop momentum. And People's Market has experienced so much of that. A wedge to prevent our momentum. That's not the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 19th, 27th, 37th wedge that we've come across. You know, what we've been good at doing is picking the wedge out, is hammering the wedge out, and is smashing the wedge out, and just or just going around the wedge. We see it coming up in the road, we just go around.
You're around. Yeah.
You know,
what helps you do that?
At first, it was just relying upon each other, right? Black and brown creativity. You know, we can just do this. We're used to making $1 out of 15 cents. We'll just figure it out. Just get together, think. We'll do the work. We still do that. We still figure out ingenious ways to get around them, but we are doing it out of like pure. You will not make us crumble. We will not fall down. We will not stop. We will do what you are incapable of doing, which is feeding people in our community. We're going to do it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like Brittany Cooper calls it eloquent rage, right? Just using the like pure fuel and anger at the situation to be like, screw you, I'm doing it anyways. Like we're just going to do it. I don't think that that's a spiritual practice. I don't think it's necessarily even a healthy mental practice, because it's taking its toll on us. Having to just continuously go around or like roll over the wedge until it gets out of the way. You know, it's taking its toll on all of us. And what we did is we basically just appealed to higher interests too. We'll just go to the USDA. We'll just go to the state powers. We'll just go to the federal government at large. We'll go to institutions that were created specifically to support Black organizations. We'll find support in community and infrastructure that is specifically meant to address the systemic issues. And if they work, great. If they don't work, we'll find another way. Luckily, they've been working. So the grant that we got is a $800,000 grant. Making us the #1 supplier of fresh local produce in the region.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
And thank you.
I'm just really excited that you kept rolling.
Yeah. I mean, it was just us leaning on each other. Just like leaning into that, like, and leaning into the drive that anger can produce. I have to say, like, I think that that's unfortunately the call of Black and brown people, is that I'm going to survive despite what you're doing, not in spite of, but despite the torture and the pain. I mean, for the fact that we've survived the past 3 years, I know of 5 Black businesses that haven't, because of the persecution they've undergone. What you think is problematic may be the momentum that you need. What you think is the roadblock, maybe some of those pieces that we thought were going to knock us off course were actually ramps.
Right, right. I just keep thinking about the difference between a mutual work and a reciprocal, and that you're talking about mutuality rather than reciprocity. And I think mutuality can be where the magic is.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say that, so to bring in the magic aspect of this, we have a word that we just focus on it, but I would say that it's our connection. It's our like spiritual word, chant, phrase that we use to just pull us forward, which is abundance. We live in a world of abundance. We have abundance in food and vegetables and fruit and eggs and milk and dairy and animal products. We have abundance. So our goal is to share abundance. If we have to go door to door to hand out $800,000 worth of free food to people, we can do it. Especially food. I mean, you can sit on the abundance of money. It can just sit in a bank and acquire more abundance, right? But you can't sit on food. It goes bad. So you have to share it. Think about, what's that guy, Bezos or Elon Musk? They have more money than they could ever spend in one lifetime, let alone buying themselves a few more lifetimes through science and magic, right? Or what their kids could spend, or their kids' kids,
Yeah.
So giving away that abundance would never harm them. And yet
they can't. They're scared. Yeah.
So terrified to just give away abundance.